All right, we're live. What is going on, everybody? GregglesTV live with everybody right now. We're going to talk Galaxy Note 8. I want to know what's on your mind, so make sure. Actually, I probably started the intro way too early right there. What's up, Carlo Paris? Hello, nice to see you. Mr. Danny Boy. Danny Boy. Everybody that's here, if you want to be on the show tonight, all you got to do is, Joe Boy, what is up? Actually, I blocked him. Funny story. He commented the other day, another little crabby little comment, so I blocked him. Tap Boy, Sky Ranger, I might wait for Google Pixel. Note 8 is really expensive, and you're damn right. Jacqueline, hello. Bethalzar would be awesome to get this phone. Charles Enox, what is up? Charlie G. Jose Ramos, mine is on order already. I know someone that works at T-Mobile. That's awesome, dude. Good job. Everything tech, hi. Fireman, what's up? Roberto, oh, you already said hi to you, Roberto, I think. Still second to none. Yo. Flip, what's up? Pittsburgh fan, hey. I'm waiting on the pre-order here in, I don't know what that is. IA, is that Iowa? All right, guys, so I am going to, what's up? GregglesTV is the best. How's it going? I'm good, Keyshawn. If you guys want to be on the show, 619-721-3699. All you got to do is shoot me a text. Let me know your name, and I'll give you a call and let me know kind of what you want to talk about, if you want to talk at all. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to call Eugene. I think, yeah, we'll call Eugene first. See what's on Eugene's mind. All right. See if he picks up. But yeah, I want to hear you guys' thoughts about the Galaxy Note 8, the release, the show they put on. Let me know everything. If you're gonna pre-order tonight, what's up, Karina? Karina's pre-ordering. Are you? All right, doesn't look like this dude's going to pick up. So I tried, dude.
Hello, you have reached Eugene's voicemail.
That was Eugene's voicemail, but Eugene did not pick up. I'll text him. All right, he is texted. All right, I'm going to call Car and Tech next. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I want to know what you're thinking. To me, it was underwhelming, to be honest with you. The whole show was kind of boring. I mean, they didn't really have much to show. What are they going to show? The phone, the Galaxy S8 was already released, and it's very similar. Are we going to go O for freaking...
How are you doing, sir?
What's up, man? How are you?
What's up? Good to see you again.
You too, brother. You're live on the show. What's on your mind for today?
Awesome. All right, yeah. So, first question I have is, if you checked all the rumors and stuff like on Pocket Now Daily and things like that, like a year ago, they were saying all Android phones by 2016 or 2017 were going to adopt Force Touch technology in the display, not just a fingerprint sensor, but Force Touch technology on the display itself, where if you press harder on the display, different functions happen similar to the iPhone. Why do you think that hasn't happened?
I don't think. I mean, is it needed? If you look at what the Pixel did, Pixel doesn't have Force Touch, and you can do it with a lot of phones now. And you can press long and hard on an app or a folder and have actions similar to what Force Touch does. So I mean, I don't know if it's even needed. Like
iPhone implemented some cool features, like there's no widgets on the iPhone home screen. But like on the iPhone, if you press hard on a app, you get like widgets and stuff, things like that. Android doesn't have anything like that now, and they were predicting, since the iPhone had it, that all Android phones were going to adopt things like that in 2016 or 2017. And they were thinking 2016. Yeah, but now 2017.
You don't need it though. I mean, it's like I said, the Pixel already does something very, very similar, and it doesn't have that technology built into it, but it has it built into the software. Same thing. I can do it with my my HTC U11, I can press long and hard on something, and it'll give me extra actions within the home screen. So it's not needed. There's no point to it.
Okay, and then the other question I had was there on the new Note 8 that was announced today. I don't know how accurate it's replicated on television, because I watch it on like I watched Marquez and all those people's video, but on the chin, the finger, it looks like there's a room to place a fingerprint sensor. And do you feel that way too, that they could have put the fingerprint sensor on the chin of the Note 8?
I don't know. Gee.
Like you know how Samsung's fingerprint sensors, they're not oval. They're more. I mean, they're more left and right rather than being circular. So they could have possibly fit the fingerprint sensor on the chin of the Note 8.
I guess. I mean, they could have put it on the home button. I mean, the power button too. I don't know. It's like it's on the power button, I believe. Oh no, it's on the back of the one. I know it's on the power button on some phones. I mean, you could really put it anywhere. You could put it on the. You could put it on a volume button. You could put it on a power button. You could put it on the side of a phone. I mean, sure, they could put it there. I guess. I mean, I don't know if it would be comfortable, but I guess they could do it.
I would say the two biggest cons. The phone is great, but I would say the two biggest cons of the phone. One is the fingerprint sensor location, because that over time must get a little bit frustrating to have to reach all the way to the fingerprint sensor. That location they could have put better. And then I think that they reduced I know they reduced the battery to play it safe, but the battery is also small. If you remember previous Note phones, the batteries were huge the battery life were huge. I don't think this phone is going to have as long a battery life as any previous Note.
Right.
So I think they could have made a bigger battery or something, especially consider that they put a bigger battery on the S8 Plus.
For sure, man. Well, I appreciate the call, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna have a lot of calls, so I'm gonna get to them. No, it's just two.
Can I ask one more question?
No, it's just two questions tonight, brother. I'm sorry. It's honestly it's a busy night, so I want to get through all the calls. I appreciate the call though. Good topics, man. We'll talk soon. All right, later,
sir.
bro. All right, let's get to the next call. 248. You better pick up, dude. You were not crying, but you're dying for a call. Let's see if you actually pick up. Wouldn't mind it, but won't be.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hey, pretty good.
It's Charlie, right? I didn't look. I jumped out of the text.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What's going on, Charlie? What do you think about the Galaxy? Well, what's going on with you first? Tell me what's going on with you.
Yeah. So the Note 8, the event was a little, like you said, a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the S8 one where it was like super exciting, tons of new stuff. A lot of the stuff was repeat. Right?
I know, it's almost like it was like they could have probably killed the first of all the release of the phone, the Galaxy Note 8, was very, very quick for a press conference, but it's just like you could have just watched the Note 8, the Galaxy S8, and then watched about 10 minutes of the Note 8, and you would have been done.
Yeah, you could have saw a little bit with the camera, and that's
So what'd you think about overall the phone? Do you think the phone's underwhelming? Do you think it's a lot better than the Galaxy S8? Give me your thoughts.
I think that it is an excellent phone. Like, it looks awesome, but if you have an S8 Plus currently, unless you need the S Pen, it might not be worth the upgrade. A lot of the camera features are, not seen in any other phone. Yeah. Like the OIS on the telephoto camera, and like how it kind of does. It has kind of a wide angle like the LG, not as much,
yeah.
But kind of. And then it also has the telephoto. So I think the camera has a lot of cool features. They didn't. The S Pen is the S Pen. People who like it, and there's people who don't care.
Yeah. It's really just a Galaxy S8 Plus, slightly larger, with a smaller battery, an S Pen that can do a couple of cool features. Why couldn't you just add that on the S8 Plus? and call it a day. What they should do, I mean, they probably won't because they can still sell more phones, is that they should probably just make the Galaxy S8, and then the S8 Plus should have a pen, and that's it. They should just have those two major phones instead of kind of having. It looks like the S8 Plus is gonna be basically a Note 8 every single year now. Whereas when the Note series first came out, that was the best phone you could buy. It had the best specs of any phone. It had the best screen. It had the biggest screen. It was like the best everything. It was a Samsung phone on steroids, and now it's not like that. It's just another ordinary Galaxy S8 Plus with a couple of extra features that don't make it $200 to $300 more at this point. It just doesn't.
Like, I totally agree with you. But the Notes sell very well, and I remember the Note 7. The Note 7 was even less of an upgrade from the S7 than the Note 8 is to the S8. I think because it had the exact same camera, a slightly bigger display. It didn't cut down bezels. It had the same front-facing camera. It had the same everything, and a smaller battery. So, like, the Note 7 was less of an upgrade to the S7 than the Note 8 is to the S8.
Yeah.
And that phone sold. Like, I totally agree with you. Like, maybe they should do more to set it apart or get rid of the Note line completely. But they did, and they didn't upgrade the RAM to the S7, Note 7. And the Note 7, before it exploded, sold in very, very well.
No, you're right. The Note 7 was different in body and just overall feel in your hand versus that Galaxy S7, but it was getting more similar. Now we're at the point where you're more or less getting the same exact phone. Sure, it's more squared off on the edges. You get a little bit more RAM. There are there's some differences, don't get me wrong, but it's basically the same phone. I almost wish they would release the S series really, really early in the year and then do the Note series kind of like when they do it now. Do it in September so that at least they have different processors, just different specs overall. Because right now they release close enough that they're still in the same processor cycle, so they don't even end up getting different processors. At least with like the Pixel phone, the Pixel phone has the opportunity to get the next step up on the Qualcomm processor. It can get like possibly the 836 if that's even a possibility if they release that this year. So it'd just be nice if they could create some more differences with the two phones. Yeah, so, but I know you have a Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus, so you're not getting the Note 8 though, right?
Yeah, I'm not. I totally would if I had the money.
Well, why do you want it? What's a couple of things that make you want it? Just because it's new, or just because it has the S Pen? Like, what makes you want it over having the S8?
Being a student, I'm a huge note taker. And I lose notebooks all the time, and pens and everything. Yeah. And having that all in your phone and being able to write it down and whatever, and it's all saved there, and you don't have to worry about using like these cheap 10-cent notebooks is nice. Yeah. And also the camera is a big upgrade. I like the telephoto zoom stuff because I do a lot of like zoom pictures for sports events and stuff. Okay. So I would like that.
So it has some of the features it says some of the features that you would take advantage of more so than maybe somebody else might. Like for instance, I don't use that S Pen a lot. I'll use it a little bit, and then I'll kind of forget about it after a few weeks. So and then it's nice to have the two different lenses, but I personally at this point in my life I don't take a ton of photos. I just take a couple photos, not a lot. So to me, I'm at the point now where like something like a Pixel and something like the Essential phone, even though they don't have all the features in the world, they're pretty much fine with me because they can do everything I want and they do it really, really well and really fast. So good points, Charlie. You got anything else?
Well, the I talked about the. So I heard on Android Authority that the Gear S4 is going to be coming out in IFA on August 30th. So new smartwatch from Samsung, kind of.
The Gear Fit 2.
I wanted to get a Gear S.
You want to get the Gear S what 3?
I wanted to get the Gear S3 because the Gear S4 is going to drop down the price, so I was going to get a Gear S3 when the S4 came out.
They also have the Gear Fit Pro as well. That should be coming out probably around the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I keep seeing things about that pop up. It looks similar, but it's got a few more sensors. The price is attractive. It's only $199, and yeah, it's a cool thing too. All right, Charlie, I'm going to get on to the next call, brother. I appreciate your support, and thanks for hanging out.
Thank you very much. All right.
All right, we're going to give Broccoli... before we get to that, Broccoli dropped a deuce. Thank you, Broccoli. He pushed his way to the front of the line. We got a lot of calls tonight, guys. If you want to push your way to the front of the line and support the show at the same time, Superchat is a fantastic way, guys. So let's get Broccoli on the phone. I'm calling this Broccoli.
There you go.
What's
Greg,
up, Broccoli? How are you, dude?
Nothing much. I am bored. I am bored as hell after this Note 8. It basically made me fall asleep. Like that was so boring. Like I expected much.
Yeah.
A lot more. I mean, like if you do look at the S8, that had some substance to it. I can't even fathom what just happened. But overall, it is a great phone. The dual lens, you have to give them credit for, the dual OIS for that.
Yep.
But, I mean, everybody's just saying, oh, they copied it from Apple. But really, HTC was the first one to do that. So
yeah, they definitely have a lot of nice things going on with the phone. But since we all know about the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, it doesn't seem like a huge leap to the next, generation for this phone, especially when I know a lot of people are expecting a big bang from this phone, no pun intended, because of what happened with the Note 7. And it's really kind of just like, if you compare those two phones, it's a big deal. But if you can, it's not really since we've had the Galaxy S8. So that's why it's so underwhelming, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm really, because I'm stuck with my S7 Edge right now, and it's working good for me. But I think it's time for an upgrade, and I'm just contemplating and spectating on in the next few months. I'll wait until October, I think, when the Pixels and the LG V30. The LG V30 is mainly what I'm focusing on.
Interesting.
That looks like the winner. It has basically everything I want in a phone, besides the iris scanner. I don't really think I'd be using that on the Note 8. But I'd actually be using it on the Note 8, actually, because the weirdly placed fingerprint sensor, they should just turn the camera module vertical. They would have, won me over with that.
Yeah.
But it's really not just the change. Even though I do live and die on the S Pen, I'm pretty sure I can live without it. I have an S7 Edge and from the Note 7, and it's been treating me well. So
yeah, that LG V30 looks like a beast, man. I'm excited about it too. The only problem is there's just so many damn phones coming out at the same time that it's very tough to I personally want to get them all just because I sell them as I get them. So it's like I'll probably have the Note phone for like a month and then get rid of it, to be honest with you, unless I love it.
The only phone that I would honestly choose over the Google Pixel, because I'm thinking of a Google Pixel as like a mid-range for now, but with a premium price, because it doesn't really offer those same specs, but yet it comes with stock Android, and I like that.
Yeah.
And same as the Essential phone. I would love to get the Essential phone if I had a choice for either of the two, because they both have stock Android.
Yeah.
and it's well optimized.
You know what's funny about the essential? phone? I was thinking about it today. It's $700, but at this point, it's turning into a budget phone at $700 because the Galaxy Note 8 is really $1,000, and that's insane. It's so expensive.
And that's bothering me too.
Yeah.
That's because you may have known, like, I bought the Galaxy S8. I had to return it because there was burning in the screen and stuff. I was just having problems with it. But I'm not really too much into the Note 8 as of now. It's not really exciting for me. I don't know. I'm usually a huge Note fan. But I do know, and I don't want to really offend people here. I am. There's one phone that's completely out of the question, and that's the iPhone 8 or the iPhone 7s. Once you go to Android, I'm never come back. So
that's the way. Actually, you know what? That's the way a lot of people are. If you give yourself enough time with Android and you come from Apple, at first you're not going to like it most likely. But if you give it enough time, it's very difficult to go back to Android. I mean, go back to iPhone. Sorry.
Especially when it's really targeted for like users like me that actually use the Note 8, and as you all know, basically the Note is a productivity phone. So I like to customize. I like to just do more, just like the Galaxy S8 slogan, not S8, but Note 8 slogan was.
Yeah.
Like I like to do more with my phone.
Right.
And Android allows me to.
Yep, totally agree with that. Broccoli, you got anything else?
No, not really much.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Man. I appreciate the donation. Thanks so much. And whenever you want to be on the show, just give me a text or a call.
All right.
All right, later, brother. Good talking to you. All right, that was Broccoli. Broccoli. Let's get to the next call. If you guys want to be on the show, shoot me a text to that phone number on the screen, which it's not on the screen. Let me add it. I forgot to add it, damn it. Because I took it off from my stream earlier today. It's 619-721-3699, and you can be on the show, possibly. I have a lot of calls, so I'm trying to get to all you guys. It's a big topic tonight. It's interesting. This is a big deal. The last time this phone came out, it got recalled 2 months after. Call Roy. Mr. Roy.
Stream earlier today.
Hey, Roy, how's it going?
I'm good. What's happening, man?
I'm good, man. So what state are you in?
I'm in California. I'm actually in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Cool, man. Yeah. We're right down you're right. Actually, I'm going to Los Angeles Friday, dude.
Oh, really? Actually, I'm going to Vegas.
Oh, well, we won't see each other. Are you going to the fight?
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm going there to see the fight somewhere, but not going specifically for the fight.
All right, man. Who do you got? Well, before we get into your tech talk, who do you got winning, Mayweather or McGregor?
Mayweather.
Who do you want to win?
Mayweather.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Only just because of the whole cocky McGregor thing. I think he's a good fighter, but yeah, he's the show thing. If you're doing all the pre-show, there's nothing to see.
Right.
Kind of like what happened today.
I didn't even see what happened today. What happened today?
Oh, I'm just talking about the that introduction to the Note 8.
Oh yeah. So what'd you think about the Note 8? The introduction, the actual release, the pre-order, everything. What'd you think?
To me, that looked like something that I watched, like, I want to say back when the iPhone was new and people came out, when everyone would just come out and just kind of do that big, it looked like a high school presentation.
Well,
like, hey, look what we've got. This is a phone, and this takes a camera. Takes photos, and then this here, you can use a pen. And pause for laughter. Okay, and now, so I was kind of like, wow.
It's definitely, well, like I said earlier, they had nothing to show off because everything that they already have, except for like 3 or 4 things, is already in the Galaxy Note S8, S8 Plus. I did like, though,
right.
I did like the floor of the presentation where it was kind of like another screen. I liked that a lot. I thought that looked really nice.
That was a point.
Yeah, that looked really nice.
They did get a point for that.
But yeah, you're right, man. It was I was watching it at work, and I was not excited I didn't get excited one time. It just was. It was blah.
It's same here.
Yeah.
Actually, this morning I was actually in San Diego, watching it from my hotel room on my phone, and I'm waiting for that wow factor, and I'm waiting and I'm tense, and it just kind of left me kind of blah.
Yeah.
But it won't stop me from getting the phone.
Are you going to pre-order tonight?
I have already checked with. I actually have T-Mobile, if that's fair to say. I've already registered with them for the pre-order, for them to let me know when pre-orders are available. I'm doing it with Samsung. I'm doing it with Best Buy. I'm getting that phone.
So are you gonna? Which package are you gonna choose? Which gift?
Honestly, that's kind of hard because I kind of have almost everything. The only thing I don't have is the 360 camera.
Okay.
And because see, I've had all of the notes, literally, with the exception of I have now the S7s. The S7 Plus Edge, whatever it is, and that's only because I had to give away, turn in the Note 7, and it broke my heart. But for me, because I use the S Pen religiously. Yeah. It was perfect, and upgrading it made my world even better.
Let me ask.
And I had so many coworkers just change from Apple to Android. Folks from getting the Note, and they couldn't believe how great it was. And of course, I got the big wah wah when the Note 7 had that defect, but it still didn't deter me. And I was hoping for the blue, but it doesn't seem like we'll be getting blue, so I'm getting whatever's available.
Okay. Yeah, the black, obviously it's black and orchid gray. So, I mean, they're good colors for sure. I had, on the S8 Plus, I had the orchid gray. I might go black this time. I haven't decided. I want to ask you a question, though. So you said you've had all the notes, and I think I've had all of them. I didn't have the first one. I believe I've had number 2 and on, at least for short periods of time. When I played with the Note 2, 3, and I believe 4, I was wowed. There was software at times was laggy, and I didn't like that part of it. But otherwise, I was wowed by it. It was like going from an iPhone to one of those phones. I was completely shocked and like just amazed by it. Did you feel the same way? And then if you compare that against the last few iterations of the phone, did you get that same feeling?
I felt exactly the same way. When I went from, and I've always had Samsung phones. I mean, way back with the Moment, if you knew about that one.
Yeah.
That's how long I've had Samsung phones. So I went from just a regular flip phone and all that to all of a sudden, this phone does what no other phone does. I did not know how to act. And it took the 2 and the 3 for me to really get the hang of it. The 4, I was really impressed. But then when the 5 came, it was kind of like, I want to say, it was almost redundant with the technology, even though it was a faster processor, but it didn't have the wow factor. And from there on, even though I still love the Note series, the wow factor is gone. Yeah. Now it's more so, what can you add to convince people to get it?
It's true. I think that's the truth about almost any phone at this point. We're almost at a point where phones are like laptops. What could you add to a laptop to wow somebody to make the masses buy it? You kind of can't anymore.
Right.
And that's what's happening with phones right now. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, I guess I can imagine because the batteries die so quickly. But I can't imagine people are going to continue this trend where they buy 1 to 2 phones every single year for the for the rest of their lives. It just doesn't seem sustainable.
Right. You're absolutely right.
So,
but you know what? With the technology changing so much, it seems, of course, when you buy a brand new phone and nothing's on it and it's super fast, and by the time the new one comes, people start noticing the defects in their personal phones. It's laggy and those kinds of things when they fail to realize it's doing exactly what it says it's doing, but because we've added so much to it, so it's more so us than them.
Yeah.
But with folks coming out with the newer quote unquote faster processors and things like that, it's going to do the exact same thing. But you know, we're in a state of now I need it now. I need the newest. I need the best kind of thing. So that's why in an hour I'll be online looking to pre-order.
Wait, no. Oh, 2 hours actually. It should be 2 hours. 7 o'clock right now.
Oh, I was told 8:01.
Oh no, it should be. You're with me in the West Coast, so 9:01.
Yep.
9:01.
9:01.
Yeah, 9:01.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's midnight across the. Now you're gonna make me check. Yeah, go to BestBuy.com. If you look at BestBuy.com, it says 12:01 Eastern time, and we're 3 hours behind.
Okay.
Yeah. So 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 you're gonna buy it. Just to finish up, you said you're gonna pre-order the phone from T-Mobile and Best Buy, or
T-Mobile and Samsung. Actually.
Oh, okay. So you're buying two phones, yes?
No, I'm whichever one is going to give me the best deal is the one I'm going to go with.
And you're with T-Mobile. Yeah, you can't get it through Best Buy, which I know you're not trying to, but Best Buy has on their website something about $150 off. And I don't know if that's extras or they're giving $150 worth off the price or something like that, but that's where I'm going to try to buy my phone is from Best Buy.
Now, someone sent me a text earlier who is really into the techie. I'm not super techie, but someone sent me some information saying that that Samsung is giving, again, I haven't seen
the 425
that supposedly, the 425 for people who have had the Note 7.
Yeah, I talked about that in my show today, my news show just before. I released a video a couple hours ago. So basically what's happening is some of the news outlets are reporting that Samsung's going to allow Note 7 owners to order their phone through Samsung.com and trade in their phone, their current phone that they have, for up to $425. Two problems with that, though. First of all, or three problems. I had a guy named the Duke. He's in the chat room right now, actually, or he was a second ago. He called Samsung, asked them about that. They said it's not true. The other two parts of it are that if you actually have a phone, first of all, we don't even know what phones they're giving up to $425. And then the other half of that is some phones are worth more than $425 if you sell it on eBay or SwapUp. So it's almost not a good deal. Like if you take an iPhone 7 Plus 256, hey, do you want $425 for it? Hey, it sounds nice, but you can sell that same phone on eBay for $700. You're losing $275. So it's not worth it. So you have to figure out which phone they have, look on eBay how much it goes for, and if it's less than what Samsung's going with you, and Samsung's actually offering this, then go with Samsung for sure. But I don't think it sounds like a good deal, but to me it's probably not going to end up being a good deal.
And I think it's more so for folks just to flood the site.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's nice for them to sell the phones, but I mean, it's still going. I don't know if they end up making more profit that way if it gets sold through them, because it's ultimately still going to be on that carrier. So I don't know how much. I guess it's just a way for people to go directly to Samsung and get used to buying through things through Samsung.com. Because I personally never bought anything through Samsung.com until probably the last year, and that's because of them selling phones and me being educated to that they actually do sell things directly on their site.
Right, same here. The exact same.
All right, Roy, do you got anything else?
No, just keep me in mind when you do the giveaway.
Yeah, no problem. I actually have a giveaway. I do have a giveaway. I'll probably post that giveaway video Friday. It's not a huge giveaway, but it's definitely something that Note 8 owners are going to want for sure. So.
Oh, awesome. Well, I watch you all the time anyway, so I'll be checking.
Perfect, man. Appreciate it. Good luck and have fun in Las Vegas.
Oh, thank you, man. Have fun in
Thanks,
LA.
man. We'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Later.
All right, guys. More calls. But before we get into more calls, if you want to be on the show, 619-721-3699. If you want to push yourself to the top, all you got to do is give a, what do you call it? got Superchat. Superchat supports me, and it also will push you to the front of the line. I've got Patreon linked down below. Patreon is a nice way to show your support for my show. Link is in the description down below. Or pick up a GregglesTV t-shirt on Amazon. You can go to Amazon, search GregglesTV, one word, and I have a bunch of shirts on there that you can buy. Or if you don't like typing, the link for the t-shirts is down below as well. So let's get to the calls. Thanks for being here, guys. This is an awesome show tonight. A lot of good callers and having a lot of fun. So let's give Ray a call now. This time, before we had Roy, and then we're changing the vowel and putting an A in there. So Ray from the Bronx.
Greg, how you doing?
Ray, how's it going?
I'm good. How's everything?
Good, man. I'm pretty good. I'm a little thirsty right now, but that's about it.
I seen the presentation this morning, and I was kind of disappointed in a way, because it should have been. I mean, after what happened with the Note 7,
yeah,
they should have went all out. Like, you know what I'm saying? They should have been like, did a bigger presentation and went just basically go all out, you know what I'm saying? They didn't do that. I was like, that's it?
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What happened?
It was the presentation was not as interesting as I thought it would be. I kind of thought they would actually talk about, I couldn't remember if they did it last year, but I actually thought they would talk about releasing the.
I didn't get to see that SA or the SA Plus presentation, but
yeah, that one was pretty good. But what I was gonna say, finished up there, is I thought they were gonna talk about releasing a watch too, and they didn't. And then the presentation was kind of short, which doesn't bother me because I think these presentations are a lot of the time are too long, but it just didn't have any wow factor. It's unfortunately. I just hope the phone is a lot more interesting than the presentation was. The one thing after, I don't know if you've seen any of the big YouTubers videos yet on the phone, but them just showing the phone off, even they didn't seem that excited about it. Just like their voice and their intonation, they just seem like, it's just, a little bit better than the Galaxy S8 Plus. But I mean, I'm still gonna buy it. If I don't like it, I'll return it, or whatever. I'll sell it. So we'll see how it turns out.
That's my question. I have the S8 Plus. I mean the S8 Plus. I have the S7 Plus. I mean the S7X. Whatever. You know what's funny, Greg? I still have my Note 7 in my drawer.
Yeah, I mean, dude. That's so. What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna keep it, or are you gonna try to sell it on Craigslist?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna use. I mean, I'm definitely not using it because I haven't used it. I haven't bothered to use it.
Yeah.
Because the only thing why I should have, I was thinking about keeping it at that point of time when everything was going on. But I'm like, why should I even keep it? I mean, it's worthless.
Yeah.
They're not gonna give out no updates on it or nothing. So what's the whole, But it was a dope phone, I'll tell you that much. The Note 7 was a dope phone.
For sure, yeah. It was. I liked it. The only thing I didn't like about it, I've said it before, is I didn't like the lag. I had a lot of lag on that phone, both versions, the returned version and the original version of it. That's the only thing I didn't like. But otherwise, you're right. I like that phone a lot. I like the way it felt in your hand too.
All right.
So
yeah, I don't want to waste too much of your time. I know you have a lot of calls. I have a main question.
Yeah.
That I've been really bugged about it for the last week or two. Like I said, I have the S7 Edge. I don't know if I should just go and buy the S8 Plus for a while and then just get the Note 8, or should I just go straight to the Note 8?
Go straight to the Note 8. There's really no. Well, there's a big price difference. So if money is an issue, then yeah, go. Well, it depends. How do you buy your phones? Do you pay them on payment plan or do you buy them outright?
I have Sprint. Payment plan. I have Sprint.
Yeah, then man, just get the Note 8 because there's not going to be that big a difference in payment plan. So just go the Note 8, and you're gonna. It has more RAM. It has a better camera. It's a little bit bigger.
I was always a Note fan. All I had was Note.
Yeah, then just.
I had the S2. I had the S2, and then I had the Note 3, the Note 4, the Note 5, the Note 7. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm not. It's a tradition with me. Bro.
Yeah, get the Note 8.
I was like,
I would even any.
But the S8 Plus though is a nice phone.
It is.
I ain't gonna lie.
It is, but it's not. But if you're gonna, that's like anybody. If anyone asked me, hey, should I get the S8 or the Note 8, and they told me they're on a payment plan, I would tell them to get the Note 8 all day because you're only going to pay probably a couple dollars more a month, and at that point, you're getting a better phone.
Yeah.
It's newer, and so why not?
Yeah, and then with Sprint, you could just trade in I could just trade in this, and it will take off the, either it will go into the down payment or the down payment or the price for the phone, either one. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But
yeah.
I could just trade in this phone. Here, take this phone, and then add it to whatever and XYZ, and
Right. I feel you.
I just get the Note 8. The Note 8 looks really nice, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is.
The presentation was garbage. They should have done a better job. But the phone is nice.
Yeah, it's right. It is
nice.
a nice phone. I'll give you. It is. It's a very pretty phone.
And I'm not an S Pen user. That's one thing about me. I'm not an S Pen user. The S Pen could be there for months, and I won't even take it out.
Dude.
But it's the phone, the size of the phone, the clarity of the pixels, everything is like it's dope.
Oh yeah, it's the best screen on the market. So for sure.
Yeah. So I just can't wait to get it. I'm going away to Florida for 2 weeks, so I'm down to get it before I leave. Hopefully I'll get it before I leave so I can use it out there,
I hope you do, dude, because otherwise you'd be waiting for it.
It comes out, in the stores? I can get it in the stores, 14th or 15th, something like that?
Yeah, I mean, you better pre-order it, though. I wouldn't tell you to wait and get it at the store. I would tell you to definitely pre-order it.
Oh, so I could do that. I guess I could do that. I'm gonna have to call Sprint and find that information out.
I mean, dude, if you pre-order it,
I'm not paying it straight.
If you pre-order it, you're not going to get it any later than the 15th. So you'll either get it before the 15th or on the 15th. So as long as you're not in Florida at that time, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Sprint tomorrow and find out all the information. How do I go about that? So, Gregor, thanks for your call.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
See you later.
Yeah, that was the main question. Like, I don't know, should I jump to this S8 Plus from this S7?
Yeah, you should.
Or should I just get the Note 8?
Get the Note 8 for sure.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, have a good evening.
All right, later, brother.
All right.
All right, we're rocking and rolling. Let's get to the next call. This is Darnell. All right.
Hey, Greg.
Darnell, how's it going?
All right, buddy. How's it going?
I'm good. Where are you calling from?
From Alabama.
Dude, I don't think... Have we spoken before? I think we have. Or no?
No, sir. It's my first time. I've been watching, but I finally had the nerve to call in after this Note news broke today, so I was excited.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't be afraid to call. And anybody that's afraid to call, don't be. I feel like I'm easy to talk to. So, but before you start, though, I think you're the first person from Alabama to call into the show, so congratulations.
All right, I appreciate that. Let's keep it going. Road
Good luck on your guys' season this year.
All
right. All right, so what do you got, brother? What's going on? What do you think about the Note 8?
I like it, but the thing with me was I wanted to get the S8 initially when they were saying that. Well, I was going to get the S8, but then I wasn't going to get it because they were saying about the software with the fingerprint scanner being up under the glass, and it was too late, and so we possibly was going to get on the Note 8. So I was like, oh my God, like, I'm glad I waited. I'm going to wait for the Note 8, and then it came back like, no, it's still going to be on the back. I was like, wait a minute. So that kind of was a downer.
Yep.
So just like everybody was saying, I'm like, okay, so what else are you going to give me? Because I had the Note 7, and I had to take it back and get it and take it back again. So the thing is with the colors, like, why are we not, because we was able to get the coral blue on the Note 7, like, I call Verizon, they just saying they have the black and the gray, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's everybody right now. In America, it's only the black and the gray, and then possibly at another time you're going to see the blue and the, what was the other color? The gold. But that, most likely the blue will probably be a Best Buy exclusive, and then the gold, I assume, will probably come to the carriers. But yeah, it's you're kind of SOL, man. If you want that blue color or the gold color, you're either never gonna get it or you're gonna have to jump through some hoops or wait for it. So it's definitely a downer for some people. Who's your carrier?
Yeah, after that, I'm with Verizon.
Okay, so Verizon.
And I spoke with them, and they just said they had the black and the gray, and that was it. I'm like, well, the Note 7, I was able to get the coral blue from day one.
Yeah, it's...
So you would think like they would give us all the colors since they owe us.
Yeah, it would be nice if they did that. I'm trying to think, is the Galaxy Note 8 black on the front on all of them, or just the black one? Let me see. I can't even remember. Do you remember if it's black on the front in all 4 of the phones? Oh, you can't find a photo. I think it's black on the front anyway. And plus,
Yeah,
I mean,
they're all black on
oh,
the
okay.
front,
So
yeah.
I mean, and you're gonna have a case, right?
Yeah.
So at that point,
Probably go with I seen AutoVox sent me a email today that's saying they already had some in stock, like the Defender and Symmetries and all that. So remember the Note 7, if you recall, the AutoVox cases, you couldn't even get them when the phone had been out.
yeah,
But now I guess they kind of ahead of the curve this
yeah,
time.
OtterBox
I'm appreciative of that.
OtterBox is sometimes hard to get, but they're expensive too. Look at if you were looking to save a little money on some high end cases. Tech 21 makes some heavy duty cases. So does UAG. A lot of people like UAG over OtterBox. So you definitely check UAG as well. Under Armour
Cool,
gear.
cool.
Yeah, man.
So let me ask you, were you disappointed with the whole, how they was hyping it up like we might get the fingerprint scan on the front with the technology and it didn't get through for the S8, so we was going to get it on the Note 8?
Yeah, I was excited about that. That's something I would like to have because it removes a piece of hardware and makes it more intuitive or more like streamlined with the whole device. So yeah, in a way I was. Like, it's the same thing with like speakers. Like, I like the way Apple made their stereo speakers. They used the bottom firing speaker, but then they also used the earpiece where you normally listen to phone calls. It's smart. That's really smart to me. So having it under the screen would have been a nice feature to have because, like I said, it would remove the spot on the back, and it'd be easier to press too, especially if you had small hands, because it would be right there on the front. So yeah man, it's disappointing, but to me, honestly, it's not a deal breaker. Have you played with the S8 or S8 Plus?
Yes, but I like it. I think, like you said, I primarily think they just try to play this one kind of safe and just made it bigger from the S8 Plus and kind of squared off the corners, and they really didn't take any chances.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to bring us back, like, you got to really like go for it.
Yeah, it's still a nice phone. It's the same as the S8 Plus, but at least it's got a few different things. It's not exactly the same. So if you're a Note guy, you're gonna love it, or hopefully love it. But yeah, do you got anything else?
Yeah, like I guess like you said, the downer about it too was like you guys is kind of, you know, I be watching Psyche Tech. You, like, a lot of people, Evan Blast has kind of been on for a long time as far as like we knew exactly what they were going to say today.
Yeah.
Like, it was like nothing, like we were wrong. Like, everybody's been spot on for like the last few months.
Yeah, I mean, even if we weren't even spot on, like, it's like for instance, we were wrong with the 256 gigabyte SD card. It ended up being 128, but that's not a big enough difference.
That's a minor,
it's so super minor. But like, yeah, you're right. We've known I've been talking about the Note 8 for the last few months, and as obviously as time gets closer, the rumors and the pictures get even closer and closer to what the actual phone is.
But I appreciate it, brother.
Thanks, man.
Good talking to you.
You too. Thanks for calling in. Make sure you call in again if you can. All right, dude. Good luck. All right, cool. I'm going to throw a question out to you guys, the audience. Are you guys pre-ordering the phone? And if so, where are you pre-ordering it from? Which store? Leave it in the comments down below. Like, for instance, if you're ordering from Best Buy, but you have T-Mobile as your carrier, or you're not going to do, okay. If you're going to order from Best Buy, but you have AT&T as your carrier, just put Best Buy. Or if you have AT&T, and you're going to buy it from the AT&T store, just put AT&T. Let me know which store you're buying or / pre-ordering the phone from. If Gary, I'm getting the black phone most likely. I'm going to get my father the gray. This guy, 585, is asking, hi, Greg, I can't wait for the Note 8 because I have S7 from the fires. The S7 is small. I need a bigger phone. I hope your S voice is better than previous versions. What do you think? Can you answer my question on the show? 585, if you like big phones, then get the Note 8. If you're not interested by Samsung anymore, wait for the Pixel phone or wait for the LG V30 is my suggestion. Next person. Hey, can't be on the show. Okay. My ringer. What is this? All right, call Eugene again. Eugene didn't pick up last time. A lot of you guys T-Mobile. Damn, there's so many T-Mobile people. You would think T-Mobile's the #1 carrier. That's pretty crazy. Wow. Is there any AT&T people? Bell, cool. You must be in Canada, I would assume. Verizon, Best Buy. Wow, there's a lot of T-Mobile people. That's crazy. Interesting.
Hello?
Eugene.
Hey,
Hey, it's Greg. You're live on GregglesTV. What's going on?
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
I'm
bud?
good, man. So, what'd you think about today's announcements?
Today's announcement, I guess I'm one of the few people that actually have a different reaction than most of you guys apparently do.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was pretty legit. Not a lot of surprises, but I have the Galaxy S8 Plus right now, and I'm really digging the device as a whole. I love the infinity screen, but I'm one of those few people that actually used the pen on the Note device that I had before, so I'm actually really looking forward to the S Pen experience on the infinity screen, and then the dual camera setup being really pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just with it being, they're both optically stabilized, and the aperture is pretty low on both.
Right.
I think it's f1.7 on the wide angle, and I think it was f2.4.
Yeah, 2.4
on the telephoto lens. So that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
And with the fact that both of those are optically stabilized, I thought it was pretty legit. But I think the point that I wanted to make, why I wanted you to call me, is just specifically, I guess what I'm hearing from people is just like, well, hey man, Samsung, they owe us. And, they really should have brought it on this one. And so I guess my question to everyone is like, wow. First of all, what do they owe anyone? Secondly, I think they kind of brought it with this one. I mean, I was impressed with the features and stuff. So what were people expecting? As far as, I guess from a realistic standpoint, I mean, the phone's not going to fly or cook you breakfast or bring you coffee. So what realistically were people expecting that they didn't get to where the disappointment level is what it
That's
is?
definitely a good point, because and it's kind of like I was saying a call or two ago. What possibly, we're at a point now where phones are basically, you're getting the same phone except slightly faster, better components, but the same components every single year. So you're right. I mean, what could they have offered that would have wowed people? I think they could have, and this is kind of unrealistic and it's not needed, but I think a 4K screen. I think a fingerprint under the screen as well. I think a better battery life, like a bigger battery, like a real big battery. I think those three things, maybe even a slightly newer processor. I think at least those 3 or 4 things right there maybe would have made people say, wow, I'm getting something different than the Galaxy S8 Plus. But I said, it's not, you're right, it is a great phone spec-wise, the best phone that they have. But it's not that big a jump from a Galaxy S8 Plus. But that's what's nice too, I guess, because if you have someone that's on a budget and they want to save a ton of money, at least especially if they buy it just straight up, then the Galaxy S8 Plus is no slouch compared to the Galaxy Note 8.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially now they're discounted. They're like $300 off at Best Buy, I think, and some of the carriers. So great deal for a great phone.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just think I'm taking it a little differently than most everyone else, because everybody else is like kind of down in the dumps about it, like, oh man, the new Note sucks, and I'm like, really? Did y'all hear the same announcement that I did?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't suck, but I like I said, people are disappointed because it's not that big a difference compared to their last phone that they released. But I think once it's just like any device, have it be the Pixel or the iPhone, and people see like, it's not that much different than the last device, or it doesn't have the crazy specs, or it can't do this or that. Once it gets into the wild and people have it in their hands, that's when you're going to hear the positive stuff come out, and people are going to shut up about it being very similar to the Galaxy S8 Plus. I think that's generally what's happened. So I think you'll kind of see the same thing with the Note 8 once it's released into the wild.
Awesome. And well, while I've got you on the line, let me ask you another question. when do you think people are gonna move past the whole "you owe me" Samsung?
Yeah,
I hear that a lot. I think 2 callers ago, the guy said, "No, because they owe us." When is that? Because I guess where I'm coming from is it's just, other companies have gone through recalls and did things where they kind of screwed up a product or whatever. But I think it's unprecedented still. People, I used to work for a company that, GE was a big supplier of theirs, and they had some stuff really go wrong and cause some recalls and stuff like that. But I've just never seen people hold on to a company messing up the way they're holding on to. I mean, I stereo people, blowing up jokes and stuff on you. Oh, this is going to blow up, or it feels like people are still. And I felt like Samsung really did a good job at, as good as you can do, with dealing with a recall situation like that, and having a product that's could potentially catch fire. I mean, I felt like they owned it, and they really kind of were aggressive and went after it. But I don't know. I guess I'm just wondering what it's going to take for people to, kind of get past that a little bit, and then also to see that, man, this company's, they could have just folded. They could have said, you know what, we're done with the Note brand. We're not going to do it anymore. It's too big of a liability. But they owned it. They said, you know what, we screwed up. We're going to make it right. We're going to come back and learn from, what we did wrong. And so I just feel like they've done that every step of the way, but it just seems like it's just not enough for people.
I think the reason people are like that is because of companies like Amazon. If you've ever had an issue with Amazon, they will a lot of the time they'll give you the product for free, or they'll refund you extremely fast, or they'll allow you to buy something else and give you a discount on it, or buy the same thing and still get a discount on it. So I think it's companies like Amazon, you get this amazing customer service. And I think when people, especially with a phone is really personal. A phone is something you have with you every day. It's not like a TV where you watch it at this point in the world. Some people don't watch TV every single day, or it's not like it's just something you use every single day. So I think if something goes wrong with it, as big as a recall, which I can't think of the last time a phone was recalled if ever, and it was like that. So I think people get really upset and they expect more from these companies. And you know what? If I were Samsung, and maybe I'm just dumb and I'm not a good businessman, but if I were Samsung, I would have given, if possible, and it's to where the point where people wouldn't have lost their jobs, I would have given people hundreds or half the price off to regain their trust, to show them that I care about them, to show them, you mean something to me. And I think that's what people wanted. And it's also the American way, in a way. Americans expect something in return when something goes wrong. Have that be right or wrong, it's what we expect as a country. So I'm not surprised by it, and I kind of agree. I think they screwed people over when they said, "Hey, return the phone, and when you return your phone, you're going to get $25 if you return it, but don't return to Samsung, or $100 if you return it and get another Samsung phone." Like that's BS to me. That's not a good deal. But I see it both ways. I understand it both ways. So I don't think bad or anything against people that think that they should get more, because in a way I think they should get more. So.
Yeah, and it's funny though. I mean, because I feel like during the same time that Samsung was having those problems, with the Note 7s blowing up or whatever, I think it seems like there was, according to reports, there was almost as many iPhones that have blown. I was actually making a purchase from Best Buy a few months ago, and actually saw a person return a red iPhone 7 that was literally like melted and I mean, it was one of those things, Greg, where if I hadn't seen it myself with my own eye, I would have called bullshit on somebody and be like, "No, that didn't happen. You did." Like, legitimately, I saw the lady return the iPhone, and I saw the condition that it was in, and it was all melted and coming apart. And so I'm just like, so why? How come no one ever? How come Apple? I guess the standard that they hold companies like Samsung and everybody else, how come Apple never gets held to that standard? I mean, there was a girl that posted a video, from her dorm with the phone on fire, melting, saying WTF and everything. And everybody just swept that under the rug. Oh, we love Apple still. And it was like it wasn't a big deal. But Samsung had something happening. Oh, man, I mean, they're pulling out the chains.
Well, Samsung also,
ready to put
but Samsung also took blame for it. Apple's not saying, hey, we have this mass problem. Samsung actually came to the forefront and said, hey, we do have a problem. And it was more than a couple people that had that issue. So I understand why Apple's not getting in trouble for it. It's going to happen to more people and more companies anyway, just because the nature of the what's the word? The how dangerous batteries can be because of what they have inside them. So, but hey, I'm going to get to the next call, and just because I have tons of calls to go through, and I want to try to get through them all. But awesome call. I appreciate talking to you, and definitely call back in again. All right, later, brother.
Later.
All right. Let's get to the next call. All right, 262. I'm going to go into lightning round. I have like a lot of calls right now. Whoa, I know. I don't have too many. It's not too bad, actually. $262. Hey, what was your first name again? It's Greg. You're live on GregglesTV.
I'm surprised people were upset about the presentation because it was the same presentation last year. It's an expected presentation by Samsung every year. They leak so much. I never expect much in that. But I am a little disappointed. I mean, they always give the Note always has more gigabyte of internal space than the S8s. They always have more, but this year they didn't.
Yeah.
Then they even made a smaller battery than the Note 7. I'd rather have a little thicker phone for a bigger battery because for the price of the phone, we're going to have to keep this phone for like 2, 3, 4 years. And what's the battery good? I'm going to have to try to crack that battery open every other year because it's going to be so small.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get as good. You know, it's going to be like I'm going to have to charge it everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is, how can we not have 2 speakers on that phone?
I know.
One speaker. I haven't heard it, but one speaker is like everybody's. You know, it's like at least put 2 speakers on it. The whole top of the phone is nothing's up there.
Yeah, I'm with that, man.
So I guess I just expected more.
I'm with you. That's one of the. That's actually I didn't even think about that. The storage is a stupid thing. I mean, how much is it going to cost them to put at least 128 gigs of storage? Every flagship phone that does not have an SD card has 128 gigs of space. They should put 128 in there and then allow you to also have the SD card. There's no reason. 64 gigs just sounds like almost like they're cutting back on places that they really shouldn't. If you think about an older person, if they get the Note phone, if someone doesn't put that SD card in there, they're not going to know that they can add more storage. And and 64 gigabytes is not that much storage. When you take a few photos and you take a couple videos, especially if it's in 4K, that space is gone very quickly. So yeah, you're right about that. And then the speakers, you're so right about that. This is $1,000 phone. And it doesn't even have stereo speakers. You're so right on that. You look at the Pixel phone. The Pixel phone that's coming out will have stereo speakers, and that phone will probably be, if I had to guess, it might be $1,000. But if I had to guess, it's probably going to be in the $800 range, which is going to be about $200 or $100 or $200 cheaper than what Samsung does.
It'll have stereo speakers and 128 gigabytes. Yep. I mean, the only thing it doesn't have is a pen. Yeah. So then you're stuck. What do I do?
But how many people use the pen?
I don't know. I would spend more money, at least if they made an option. I'd spend more money. I'd spend an extra $100 to get the 128 gigabytes. Because my S card for the last one that I got from Samsung froze up. I lost all my pictures. Mm-hmm. It made the phone glitchy. Yeah. I don't like those cards. Yeah. They always seem like they explode on your phone.
Yeah,
so that's just me.
You definitely have to get a fast one, or at least you're right. They're not as reliable and fast as the UFS 2.1 storage that they have inside their phones now. You're right. I don't know why they don't do it. You're right. Those two things right there, the storage and the stereo speakers, are qualifications to make a flagship phone an official flagship phone. Good points.
Right.
So,
all right. Well, thank you, sir.
All right, man. Thanks for calling. Have a good night.
All right.
Oh shoot! There, I was gonna say I can't hang up on him. Yeah, very good points. That's one of the things that I don't know why Samsung doesn't do it. Obviously, it's a design thing, most likely, rather than them actually just not wanting to do it. Because you look at Apple already does it, and they love to copy Apple, and Apple loves to copy them. So I don't know.
Yo,
Hey, what's up, dog?
What's up? Okay, thoughts on the Galaxy Note 8. It's official. It's official. Okay, let's get into it. So, first off, I saw the conference, and a lot of people were complaining about it. I'm going to be honest, I actually really liked the conference.
Okay.
They did a lot of things in there that I didn't expect them to do. I did not expect them to actually show people who had actually, like, used the Note 7 and, like, actually, like, incorporated that into their conference. I did not expect that. I thought they were just going to sweep it under the rug. But they embraced it, and I really respect that, especially because I'm kind of biased because my boy Flossie, my boy Zach Cernoff, they were all popping in there. So I guess I'm kind of biased, but still, I got a shout out to my boys. So you know,
I need to
awesome.
I need to wait. I need to make a video where I just say something really, really nice about Samsung, so that next year I can make one of their videos.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Man, I should have. But then again, I mean, nobody would have seen mine. So, but yeah. So back to it. But yeah, it's pretty much what I expected. I mean, we knew it leaked, fingerprint sensor, blah 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 blah. I'm glad about the new S Pen. Since I have the Note 5, I'm actually going to test to see because you could actually use the tips of the Note 7 S Pen on the Note 5. And I'm hoping I can do the same thing with the Note 8, so I can get the Note 8 S Pen tips and put them in my Note 5 pen, so I can have the thinner pen tip. But we'll have to see. And yeah, because I'm not buying this thing. It's way no.
It's
I'm
too
like
expensive.
$950, really? No. After last year, I ain't doing that. And I'm actually surprised that. I mean, I know it's like forgive and forget, but I'm surprised that the Note 7 didn't clear up like at least some of the people who maybe I'm just in the wrong crowd. But I would have expected that after the Note 7, people would have been like, hey, instead of buying a phone immediately and having all the bugs and all the glitches and all the issues, why not wait? You know, because like I know a lot of people, they're not even into tech and they buy their phones day one. It's like, I'm not saying it's going to explode because I know it's not going to. I mean, obviously. Right. But like, what if there's like a glitch with it? What if the software is unstable? What if, you know, there's like a bug with something where something random thing isn't working, you know?
Yeah.
Are you worried about that in any way? Because I'm assuming you're going to get yours day one.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not worried about it. I'm not. Man, they put their batteries through a. I think it's an 8-point check or 9-point check, 10-point check.
No, I'm not talking about the batteries. I'm just talking about like just anything else. Because like like software bugs or like something not working.
Okay.
Or
the only thing,
maybe even like other hardware defects, like say the SD card's not working or problems with a SIM card or whatever.
The only thing I'm worried about is lag on that phone, eventual lag. That's the only thing. And if I see it again, I might have to give up on Samsung forever. I've had it in every. I had it in the last phone too. It said I had lag. So like, at that point, it's like, dude, you guys need to fix your lag. It's embarrassing, especially when you have. There's so many Android phones that do not have lag now. Not so many, but enough to where they should be kind of disappointed in themselves. Especially when the phone is more.
You want to know something that really annoys me about this, about the whole lag argument, is that back during the S6 and the Note 5, Samsung pretty much completely got rid of the lag. Now, obviously, it was still there, but the way they did it is because they didn't have so much fragmentation. They had their own chipset on every single version of the S6 and the Note 5. And they axed that. They're still doing the Snapdragon. They're still half-assing the optimization of the Qualcomm chipsets for the North American and certain other random markets. They're obviously prioritizing their Exynos chips. I mean, in China right now, like, you can get an S8 that has 6 gigs of RAM in it. And you could get a Note 7 that had 6 gigs of RAM in it. And to me, that's just insulting because, you know, you're purposefully giving us a half-assed phone and charging us an arm and a leg for it.
Well, you know why they do. So I still you know why they do it, right? They do it because.
Yeah, I know because the Snapdragon chipsets are easier to
No.
right?
The reason I was going to talk about the RAM thing, for instance, the reason they do higher RAM amounts in China is because China has tons of phones that you can't even buy here, that you can import, but you can't buy here, that already have 6 and 8 gigabytes of RAM already. So in order for them to show like they quote unquote can compete with those other phones, they give China and South Korea more RAM so that it looks like their phone competes with those other phones.
I know why they do it. I'm just saying, like, don't gimp the version that we get and make theirs better. Like, give everyone that
and
version.
Everything. And to add that stuff is probably minuscule amount of money that they're going to end up losing. It's probably a couple of dollars.
That's my point.
Just, hey, charge me a couple more dollars. I'll pay an extra $25-$50 to get the ultimate version of your phone, because Samsung phones need a lot of RAM. But you know what? If they just optimize their damn software, they'd be fine.
I know. It wouldn't be a problem.
It wouldn't be a problem, because you look at the Pixel phone. Pixel phone is 4 gigs and it's a beast. So there's no reason.
I mean, hell, if you take like a Note 3 or something like that and you root it and you delete TouchWiz and throw stock Android Nougat ROM on there, it will fly like crazy. For sure. Like, I don't understand why Samsung is still, especially after, because think about it like this. There's a lot of people with the Note 5 that are going to upgrade to the Note 8.
Yeah.
And if their new phone lags more than their old phone did when they got that out of the box, you know there's going to be some people who are livid.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Samsung can really afford that, especially at this point. Yeah. Now, I am fairly satisfied with what they're doing with it, and I did enjoy like a lot of the stuff they brought up. There's like that little like message thing where you can draw the fancy messages. That's cool, but let's be honest, that's probably going to wear out after a little bit. The novelty of it. I like the new version of Screen Off Memo. That's nice. Besides that, I don't really care about a lot of the features. I definitely am not paying $1,000 for it unlocked or even through the carrier. Because let's be honest, like that's the thing is like Samsung spends so much on these phones, and then in 2 years it's going to cost like $200. Let's be honest.
You're right. Yeah, well,
like
even
Note 5s right now you can get for like $250.
By Christmas time, the Note 8 will be $200 or $300 off. Watch. Or buy one, get one free.
S8, literally, you go to their website right now, Galaxy S8 unlocked, $300 off. Literally, right there. So, it just disappoints me. Although, I do like what they're doing with it, but I'm going to take the wait-and-see approach. I'm going to go into the store day one. I'll probably play with the display unit. I'll check it out. But I'm honestly not that impressed. But I don't mean that in like, kind of like what the other person said. I don't expect it to fly and make breakfast for me. It's a phone, okay? And let's be honest, like Samsung, I do not think, because keep in mind, Samsung plans these phones years in advance. So I really don't think that the impact of the Note 7 even really had that much impact on their development minus the safety checks.
Right.
And that's just on the batteries themselves and a few units within it, That's not like the design of the phone.
Right.
So, this was planned, years in advance. That's just how it works. They can't just dream it up overnight.
Yeah.
So people, I feel like they were expecting too much. Yeah. But I will say that, I do like what they're doing with it. And, hopefully I can, thanks to the power of the S Pen, I'll see if I can't get that retrofitted to my Legacy Note. So we'll have to wait and see.
All right, man. I appreciate the call. Thanks for calling. It's always good to talk to you.
All right. Later, you too. Have a good one.
All right. I'm going into lightning round, so let's get to it. 2 to 3 minute calls. This is this, I forget. Oh, it's Liana.
Hello?
Liana, you're on lightning round call, so I'm only giving you 2 to 3 minutes because it's really late in the show. What'd you want to talk about?
Yeah, I was watching part of the live event today, but I didn't watch the rest of it.
Yeah. What about it?
And I really like it.
So right now you have an iPhone 7 Plus, right? All
Yep.
right. So are you gonna switch? Are you buying the phone tonight?
I don't know, because I tried calling T-Mobile earlier and they said they don't know when are we gonna start doing the pre-orders for T-Mobile.
Girl, it's gonna be tonight at midnight. Well, no, you're on the West Coast, right?
I'm in Oregon.
Yeah, so it's gonna be in 1 hour and 20 minutes from now. You're gonna be able to pre-order on T-Mobile's website.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, just go on their website and you'll be able to pre-order it. It says it right. If you go to their website right now, you can look at a little. It says the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 is coming. You can pre-register, but just wait. Go to this website at 9:01 p.m. and make sure you refresh the page, and you'll be able to see that you can pre-order it.
Yep. I'm glad that I'm going back to Android.
All right. Well, we missed you so much. And when you get this damn phone, do not return it. Unless it sucks.
I'm not. I'm gonna like it because I know that the camera is way much more better.
Exactly. Well, did you have anything else before I let you go?
No, that's it. I just wanted to say that I'm getting the midnight black.
Well, we're opening our arms with we're welcoming you back with open arms.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace out.
Thanks. Peace. Bye. All right. Next call. Jose, you're holding up the friggin' chat in there, dude. Look at you giving people thumbs up and shit. All right, 4, 3, 2. Who's this? I gotta put everyone's name in here. I say that a lot. Oh, it's Richie. Lionel.
What up, man?
Lion, what's going on?
Not much, man.
Cool, man. What?
Hey, man. Yeah, man. I understand that you're in the lightning round, so I'll just give you my thoughts on the phone.
Yeah, the Note 8.
I think the presentation was like pretty short. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a good presentation, and then the owner from Samsung like apologized about last year and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, and like I said, you know, in my opinion, I mean, I think you're right about like it's just a regular like an S8 Plus just with the S Pen, but you know, I'm thinking about getting a phone, but I'm gonna wait until if they fix the lag or not. I'll probably wait maybe a few weeks or a month or so, because that 6 gigabytes of RAM should really fix that problem, because you know it's been doing that for all the Samsung phones I had. It's been nothing but lag and stuff, and then you know, and if it does fixes it, then I'll probably get it.
Which phone do you have now? I forget. Which phone do you have now?
The S7 Edge.
Okay, yeah. So you're right, man. That's the big thing about the Galaxy phones, is that they all have lag. Every single one I've had has had lag at one point, like after a certain amount of time. I really hope the 6 gigabytes destroys that and eliminates that. We'll just have to wait and see, and go from there. Yeah. And do you think do you think they really the presentation this morning? I mean, it's almost like they're really not into it. You know, I mean, it seems like there was like no hype. You know, I mean, yeah, it was short, but I mean, it seemed like they weren't too excited about it. You know what I mean? Why? Well, yeah. I mean, why would they be? It's the same phone they released a few months back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But
are you gonna pre-order it?
Is it?
You said you're gonna wait. You said you're gonna wait.
I'm gonna look at it and see. But is it true that they're not gonna have the Deep Sea Blue here in the U.S.?
Yeah. Well, not initially, anyway. They said that. What I've heard is that they're gonna launch with black and gray, and then that the blue and gold possibly could come to America, but at a later date.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well, like, are you still planning to get the phone yourself, or
yeah?
Are you gonna?
No, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy it tonight. I'm gonna.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, after the show, I'm gonna relax, drink a glass of water, and then wait till 9 o'clock, and then I'll jump on my computer and order it up. I gotta order one for my dad too. My dad wants He wants the gray one. So right now he has the S7 Edge. So I'm gonna order. He likes the Note series. So I'll get him the Note 8, and then I'll get one for myself as well.
Oh, okay. Hey, so pre-orders at 12:01 Eastern. So I'm guessing 11:01 because I live in Texas.
Yeah, if you're an hour behind the East Coast, then yeah, 11:01. For me, it's 9:01, which is really nice. I don't have to wait up until midnight, which is funny because Apple does it the opposite way. Apple does it. They started at 3 a.m. for East Coasters, but then for West Coasters, it's midnight. So it's still. I like the way Samsung does it because for me, I'm still up at that time usually. So for me, it's not a big deal.
Hey, I have one quick question. Hey, you can't pre-order the. Okay, I know that you can pre-order the unlocked version, but you can't do that through payment plans, right? It has to be the full price. So
yes and no. So if you have a Best Buy card, you can buy it. You can buy it, and then it'll be interest free for up to 24 months. So yeah, you could do payments that way. So if you have a Best Buy card, you can, but otherwise, no, you can't. You're right. You'd have to pay it all up front.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. I know that you have a lot of calls, so I guess I'll reach up on your next show, man.
All right, man. Thanks. Have an awesome day, and good luck with if you decide to get the phone.
All right, you too,
all right,
man.
later, brother. All right, guys, that's it. That is a wrap. Thank you so much for hanging out with me all night. I had a fantastic time. The watch queue is amazing, man. We're at 120, 130, almost 140 people almost all night. So this is definitely one of the most popular shows I've done. It was amazing to have all you guys in here. A lot of good calls. The chat room's blowing up like crazy. A lot of happy birthdays going on and just people helping each other out. So it's really makes my life easier and it makes it more enjoyable for all of you guys too, because it's tough for me to keep my eyes on the chat room and on my calls at the same time. So thank you so much. Guys, you're going to pre-order the phone. If you are, it starts in an hour and 10 minutes, at least by the time I'm doing this show. So 9 p.m. California, West Coast time, Pacific time. And if you're on the East Coast, midnight. So basically an hour from now, you'll be pre-ordering that phone. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to support the show, I have t-shirts linked down below. If you get a t-shirt, take a picture with it. I'll post it on my social media if you'd like. I love to see that kind of stuff. If you want to support the show another way, Patreon is a fantastic way, and also so is Superchat. Superchat is that little $sign right below where you're typing. Just click that $sign and you can give a little tip to me. It all comes to me. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. I appreciate you hanging out with me for the whole night. We'll definitely do this again. That's it. It's a wrap. I'll see you guys down the road. Peace.